Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're in the gun room today on a very cold November day. I've got another rimfire out on the bench and what is going to be a first for myself personally and for the channel, but we've got a CZ455. I have not shot a CZ before, so this was going to be a new one for us all, but I can't wait. I know these are highly touted as extremely accurate little rifles. This one here is the CZ455 Tacticool. And as you guys know, Boyd's did change the name of the stock, which is now known as the Pro Varmint. CZ is no longer producing the 455 models. To my knowledge, that may be wrong, but they have moved to the 457, which has some minor differences in the trigger and possibly a few other things. I'm not really too sure on that, but they still make this model. It is just now the 457 Pro Varmint instead of Tacticool. So you can still get your hands on one. They're kind of limited right now from what I've seen, but I was able to pick this one up for an extremely good deal, so I couldn't turn it down. But this one here sports a 16-inch heavy barrel, and guys, it is heavy. This is coming in at right at .860 diameter in the barrel. It is threaded half 28, so you can suppress it, which is what we are going to do. Comes included a 5-round little detachable box mag. This is a polymer mag. Be cool if it was a 10, which I'll probably get a couple of 10s to go along with this, just to kind of help ease of shooting on the bench. But overall, it is a great little package. The stock itself is really good for bench shooting. I've had a few of these in the past, and they've worked really well on a few other rifles. So let's take and get a trigger pull. Our chamber is clear. See what kind of pull weight we got here. It feels decent. I will say the factory trigger does have some creep. Let's see. Okay, that one right there breaking right at 2 pounds. So let's try one more here. Try one more. See what we got. Okay, and that one's just a fraction over 2 pounds. So about 2 pound trigger. So not bad at all. Let's get an overall weight of this rifle. And like I said, guys, that barrel is, I mean, it's big. It's definitely a target barrel, which is what I wanted. So let's see here. So overall weight of this rifle itself is 7 pounds, 4 ounces. So it's a hefty little guy for sure. So should lead to some bench shooting very good. So keeping a lot of stability on the bench when it's in the bags and on the rest. I've got a few different loads we're going to try. We're going to try some Norma match. This 40 grain target velocity, 1100 feet per second. And we've got, of course, our standby here at the hide, the CCI standard coming in at 1070. We're going to try some of this Federal Hunter match. This stuff is 1200 feet per second. Got some Ely Club. So my first time shooting any of this stuff, so I'm kind of interested to see the performance out of this. I know this stuff's a little bit more pricey. And then, of course, I got some Federal Gold Medal Target coming in at 1080. The feet per second is not, from what I see, advertised on this box, but we're going to try it anyway. So I'm going to get a scope mounted up. I'm probably just going to run just a Simmons on this just for now, just to get it up and going and kind of get some prelim groups and see what kind of accuracy we can get it out. We're going to get it back out to the hide, throw some lead down range, and kind of see what we can do. Hey guys, welcome back to the hide. We've got the CZ455 Tacticool on the bench. We're going to put some rounds down range 50 yards. We're going to shoot some 5-shot groups with that CCI standard, the Ely Club, Federal Target, Norma match, and the Federal Premium Hunter match. So like I said, we're going to shoot them at 50 yards. I've got the AAC Prodigy suppressor on here, so we're just going to see what she'll do. We're going to start off with the 5 rounds of the CCI standard. This is coming in with an advertised velocity of 1070 feet per second. So we'll see how they do. Put a couple shots through it to get it sighted in. Everything seems to be good to go. So here we go. First shot. Alright, so there's 5 of those. Definitely not overly impressive with that group. Let's try 5 of this Ely Club. Alright. A little bit better group. Let's try this Federal Gold Medal target. Now this has an advertised velocity of 1,000 to 80 feet per second. There is no velocity data on the Ely Club that is printed on the box anyway, so let's try 5 of these. And these are also solid tip, round nose. Oh, they're out. Now guys, if you notice on that first shot, the sound was considerably louder along with, I believe it was the 3rd shot. And those 2 shots you can see placed right up on top of our group that we started. So those were misloads. That is the problem you run into with lower priced 22 ammo. So let's try some of this Norma match. And these are also a round nose. And we'll look and see what the advertised velocity on these are. So these are advertised at 1,100 feet per second. So right around the same ballpark for all these here. Well, a little bit better group out of that Norma. All right, let's try a final group with this Federal Hunter match. Nickel-plated cases, they look kind of cool. So these are advertised at 1,200 feet per second, and these are a hollow point design. All right, that was 5 of those. Let me grab the camera. We'll take a quick close-up of the rifle again, then we'll walk down and look at our groups. So, shooting the rifle off the bench, guys, I have to say it is extremely easy to shoot. Mannerisms of the rifle itself are very controllable with that stock. Let's take a walk down. We'll look at our target here. Now, I have to say, guys, I am not overly impressed with really any of them. It's kind of a bummer, really. Perhaps I just need to do a little bit more ammo testing. But with these loads here, I've had plenty of Savage rifles that would shoot the same or better. So that's kind of a little unnerving, but just maybe need a little bit more practice with it. That there's that CCI standard, that right there. That wasn't too, I mean, that's actually really not that great for that load. I've shot that into sub MOA a number of times, and I would have really expected a little bit better out of that. This group here, gosh, that's that Ely Club. I mean, that's a good tight group, but with the price of that ammunition, I would have expected a little bit more out of that CZ. Here we've got well, that's the Norma. That's the Norma match. That's not a terrible group other than a little bit of vertical stringing. That could have been me. That Hunter match did exceptionally well. For the price of that ammo, it was not too bad at all. There's 3 shots in one little hole. So this here could have just been my trigger control. I, for the life of me, cannot remember this group here. Either way, not overly impressive. I'm going to get some different loads and run through it and just kind of see what we got. Maybe it just doesn't like those ammunition, so maybe a little bit more testing might be in order. So definitely stay tuned. I'll post up maybe a follow-up video with some different ammunition loads and see if we can get some of those group sizes down. But if you got any questions, feel free to post them up below. Hit me up on the Facebook page. And as always, shoot straight. Later.